forecast first from WTAJ.
Good afternoon. We continue to see river flooding here across the region. Please use caution. There's still some roadways closed, but as we head into the afternoon hours, most of us will have clouds, a few peaks of sunshine, and just a shower or two. So we are getting a break from that steady and heavy rainfall we are experiencing over the past few days. But it's going to stay cloudy and dreary for the rest of the week. So by 5 today, we'll be at 68 degrees. Your news starts now.
Live from your news leader, this is WTAJ News at noon.
17 years ago today, the United States was attacked and nearly 3,000 Americans lost their lives. Today, we remember.
President Trump and First Lady Melania arrived in Johnstown early this morning for the ceremonies. At the Flight 93 Memorial in Shanksville, where he spoke to families and others who came to remember the lives aboard Flight 93 that day 17 years ago.
And a good afternoon to you folks. Welcome to WTAJ News Today at noon. I'm Casey Cans, joined by Lindsay Kennett. You can see in the background over Lindsay's left shoulder back there, the Visitors Outlook Center. As the ceremony just wrapped up a short time ago, very emotional ceremony here. 17 years ago today, we are remembering the 40 passengers and crew members aboard Flight 93. Heroes who lost their lives protecting us. We have team coverage throughout the entire day here.
That's right. Evan Hinckley has more on the president's remarks and how the crowd reacted to the president here today. Allison Gens was at the airport as the president arrived in Johnstown. So for now, let's start off by thinking and remembering more about what it was like for the crowd here today at the ceremony.
Family members called the names and the bells rang for each of the loved ones they lost. For many, this annual ceremony is a chance to reflect on the actions of those 40 passengers and crew members and also honor their memory. Lots of emotion here today. This year, as we mentioned, also had a special appearance, one that hasn't happened since 2011. We had a sitting president here as President Donald Trump attended today's ceremony. Our Evan Hinckley joining us now live from a different section here of the Flight 93 National Memorial. He has more on what President Trump had to say. Evan?
Casey and Lindsay, in the president's remarks today, they can be summarized into basically 3 key points that he made, and that is unity, strength, and bravery. The president specifically made reference to that third point, bravery, in his remarks, referencing to the 40 on Flight 93 as those who fought back to embody the American spirit. There was a moment of controversy, however, though, as President Trump made reference to, quote, radical Islamic terrorism, and that has drawn controversy from his critics in the past. However, beyond that, the president stuck to a script of mostly unity with specific quotes such as this one.
Most importantly, to the family members of Flight 93. Today, all of America wraps up and joins together.
And stay tuned tonight at WTAJ News at 5 and 6, as I'll have more reaction from those in attendance today to the speech and comments from President Trump. But for now, reporting live here at the Flight 93 Memorial, Evan Hinckley, WTAJ News. We'll send it back to you, Casey and Lindsay.
Evan, of course, the excitement here among the crowd was not the only place where visitors and people wanting to see the president were very excited. He landed in Johnstown earlier today, and our Allison Gens joins us live now with more on reaction. Allison, tell us a little bit, what was it like there this morning?
The most noticeable thing this morning about the crowd at the Johnstown Airport was the sea of cell phones. Everyone had their phone out trying to get a perfect picture of President Trump. President Donald Trump and First Lady Melania Trump arrived in Johnstown after 8:45 this morning. It was a private greeting for servicemen and women and their families. After exiting the plane, they took time to meet the crowd before leaving in a helicopter to Shanksville. Those I spoke to after say today was an experience unlike any other.
Most kids don't get to do this. It's a very rare chance, so I just think it was really cool. they had a good time, and it was great that he took the time to come over and shake hands not only to the families but all the Marines and soldiers and airmen that came out to greet the president here at Johnstown today.
President Trump is the third sitting president to visit the Flight 93 memorial site on September 11th. In Johnstown, I'm Allison Gens, WTAJ News.
Thank you, Allison.
Well, Allison, thank you. Yeah, I mean, obviously the president getting many of the headlines for speaking here today, but we had a number of speakers today. We had former Governor Mark Schweiker, I thought had some really emotional remarks. We also had current Governor Tom Wolf, who also spoke to the crowd here at the Flight 93 National Memorial. The governor addressing the crowd, speaking to the bravery of those 40 passengers and crew members aboard Flight 93. The speech focused on the gratitude and remembrance for their lives, actions, and the sacrifices that were made by their families. One of the governor's key points reflected on how everyday Americans became heroes in an instant.
Each year, all Pennsylvanians remember and honor your loved ones. We hail them as heroes, and we recall their actions and listen to their words. You know, hero is one of the most overused words in any language. We may bestow it this title too frequently. But the people who found themselves on Flight 93, the 40, in the skies above us, are in fact heroes. The first responders and everyday citizens that came to the crash site, they're heroes too.
And that's so true, because you think back on September 11th, 2001, and we had the attacks on New York City. You know, we all remember the planes going into the towers. We then had the attack on the Pentagon. To think that something could then hit so close to home as us here in Pennsylvania, a plane being brought down in this field behind us, unthinkable.
Right.
But it was done. That's what happened because of the 40 people on board that decided to take over the flight that day and
saved countless lives. Exactly.
Exactly.
So another thing that's stuck out to me personally during the ceremonies today is that these were strangers and they left as heroes, and they will be remembered forever for their selfless acts to save people that they've never met before.
In a matter of seconds. They had a decision to make, and they had to do it quickly, and we're forever indebted to what they did that day. Other ceremonies taking place today, of course, we mentioned New York City. We also mentioned the Pentagon as well. Ground Zero survivors, first responders, and victims' families attending the annual reading of victims' names in New York City today at 8:46 Eastern Time. A moment of silence was held to mark when the first plane hit the first tower at the World Trade Center in New York.
And Vice President Mike Pence and Defense Secretary James Mattis gathered at the Pentagon to remember the 84 people, killed when a plane crashed into the building on September 11th, 2001.
I saw heroism. I saw strength. There were firefighters, nurses, members of our armed forces, law enforcement. There were volunteers and Pentagon personnel, all working together in the hopes that there might be more to rescue.
Vice President Pence told the families of the fallen that America still stands with them 17 years later. The Vice President also reflected on the moment he learned of the attack on the Pentagon and the heroism he saw in the moments after the tragedy.
It's very special for us to be here today, too. Definitely was. The weather held off, too, this morning, and we weren't sure that was going to happen. It was raining quite a bit, quite heavily here in Shanksville, but let's send it back to meteorologist Christy Shields, where we are all grateful. It's a little muddy up here, Christy, but for the most part, the rain held off.
Yeah, it's great to know that it did, to hold that remembrance. And let's take a look. We've had a lot of rainfall. Basically, every county here in our region experienced flooding. We're continuing to see flooding yesterday evening and into this morning. Clearfield County, one of the hardest hits. Over 2 inches of rain fell, dealing with flooding there. Also, rivers and streams flooding in Huntington and Blair County. So those flood warnings going until tonight at 7 in the evening. Little Juniata at Spruce Creek, one of those, where it is at 8.8 feet. Flood stage is 8 feet. Now these are starting to recede. We're going to have more information on that coming up, but right now let's head to break. We'll be right back.
During Ford SUV season, find out why more people come back to Ford than any other brand. Here's a reason.
We've got room.
And here's another.
Waze says it's faster to take the side streets.
Perfect.
And by the way, Ford has won more J.D. Power Initial Quality Awards than any other brand. Get 0% financing for 60 months plus 1,000 Ford credit bonus cash plus $750 competitive cash on Escape and Explorer during SUV season, only from your neighborhood Ford store.
At Window World, we're more than just superior energy-saving replacement windows. We're also the leading experts in superior energy-saving siding and door replacements. To prove it, we have 3 special offers. Free gutters with whole house siding, premium siding for $189 per month with 0 down, or save up to $500 on any entry door purchase. Call or click to schedule your free, no obligation in-home estimate today. Window World, America's largest exterior remodeler.
Dinner was great, but the flooring is absolutely amazing.
Thanks. I went to everything underfoot. I was able to get the carpet for the bedrooms, hardwood floor for the house, tile for the bathrooms, and of course, the floor for the kitchen.
Wow, now I need to redo my flooring.
Well, everything underfoot comes out, measures so you can shop, and believe me, there's plenty to shop for.
For your next flooring project, there's only one place that has everything you need. Everything underfoot. Give us a call or stop in today.
So it was last Sunday. I was watching the game, painting Gracie's nails, you know, team colors. And I was like, Gracie Jane, we need to turn this football up a skosh. And that is when that dish listening guy just popped in. He said he was listening to what I was saying. I loved it, right?
Red Zone.
He says, get dish for extra action through NFL Red Zone. And I said, we like extra. We're all about extra. Right, Gracie Jane?
Get extra action with NFL Red Zone from NFL Network at no extra charge. Dish, tuned into you.
Steeple Furniture is a proud sponsor of WTAJ News. WTAJ News continues.
Welcome back, folks. Weather continuing to impact schools, homes, and roads. Last night, Blair County Road actually collapsed. It happened around 6 o'clock. Emergency responders closed down Sugar Run Road at the intersection of Mill Road after a large section of the right lane was washed away. This is a look at some of the photos of the road given to us by the Allegheny Township Fire Company. Officials expect it to remain closed through today and possibly much longer after that. And one of the places still dealing with flooding is Huntington County. Last night, Huntington Borough issued a declaration of disaster emergency with many of the roads closed this afternoon. Route 22 has just been reopened. We're going to go now to meteorologist Matt Riddle, who went to see the damage. He's joining us live. Matt, obviously I'm looking behind you. There's a lot of water there. What are you seeing?
Yeah, that's exactly it, Jordan. Huntington, plenty of water throughout the entire borough, closing many of the streets, even delaying some of the schools and closing some schools throughout parts of the area. As we take a look, Huntington, Alexandria boroughs, along with Porter Township, all declared those signed those disaster declarations. And one of the streets behind me closed was 26th going into Penn and 8th Street. And along with that, the other side of Penn Street near the baseball fields and the football fields also flooded. That had opened just a couple of hours ago. And even throughout the rest of the area, some spots still are closed. Other areas will again be opening soon. But one resident in Huntington Borough is hopeful that it will return to normal soon.
Huntington will recover. Everybody joins together. Like when I had my flood here, like my basement, people come out of the woodwork and helped. Total strangers, and that's the way Huntington is.
And those cleanup efforts, they will be continuing here throughout the rest of the day. The good news is, at 10:46, the Juniata River was at 13.46 feet. It is forecast to drop below the flood stage at 12 feet later today, something that many Huntington residents are hopeful will happen, and it will bring them a big sigh of relief. Reporting in Huntington Borough, I'm meteorologist Matt Riddle.
Matt, thank you so much for being out there. Get back here safely, buddy. And for all the latest road closures and flooding updates, keep an eye on our website, wearecentralpa.com. Stick around, we'll be back after this.
If it's time to replace the roof, transform your home with a metal roof from Solar Shield. Family owned for 40 years, serving all our friends in Central PA. Get a permanent metal roofing system that lasts a lifetime. Metal roofing that won't warp, crack, or rot like asphalt shingles. It's durable, low maintenance, and protects your home through all weather extremes. Our customers appreciate the eye-catching good looks with architectural styles available. Now is the best time to score big savings. During our fall kickoff sale, receive half off labor on a new metal roof. Replacing the roof is a wise investment, and with great financing, it's easy. 24 months, no interest. Plus, ask about senior and military discounts. Here's the number, 1-800-304-0782. Call now during this program, and you'll get a bonus $100 Visa gift card with your purchase. Don't wait, call Solar Shield now.
Professionals Auto Body is now taking applications for body, paint, and prep technicians. Their whole model revolves around making it better for their entire staff. If you're really good, have a good attitude, and reliable, you'll earn above-average wages and benefits. Work in a calm environment with up-to-date equipment and paid training. There isn't a better place to work, and they care about their staff and families. Join the leaders in the area. Go to professionalsautobody.com for an application, or send your application to contact@professionalsautobody.com. Talking with Professionals Auto Body could be the next best thing you've ever done.
We're Best Window and Door Company, home of the BOGO. With Best, you can buy one window, get one free. Buy 5, get 5 free. Buy 10, get 10 free. Buy an entry door, get an entry door free. Plus, get 0% financing for up to 5 years. Serving all of Central Western Pennsylvania. Over 70 years in business. We offer the most elegant, energy efficient, and award-winning windows and doors. Hurry and call. This offer ends 6 p.m. Wednesday. Call 1-800-292-5594 or visit mybestwindow.com.
New CBS Tuesdays.
Grab your gear.
NCIS.
Whoa!
FBI.
There's nothing the FBI does better than a manhunt.
NCIS New Orleans.
Put the weapon down.
These
we go where we're needed.
Are the letters
This is the FBI
of the law.
Federal agents, open the door.
New CBS Tuesday, September 25th. Meteorologist Christy Shields, your weather authority every morning. Ford is a proud sponsor of WTAJ News. WTAJ News continues.
Welcome back, 12:16. Millions of Americans are evacuating ahead of Hurricane Florence, on track to become one of the most catastrophic hurricanes to hit the eastern seaboard in decades. North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia are all under states of emergency. Mola Lenghi has the latest.
Along South Carolina's entire coast, the 4 largest roads are now going one way and one way only, away from the Atlantic Ocean, where Hurricane Florence is approaching. Mandatory evacuations are also underway in North Carolina and Virginia. At this hardware shop in Wrightsville Beach, North Carolina, residents are stocking up on what they'll need to protect their homes and, in some cases, themselves.
My wife and kids are leaving town to go stay with family further in, and I'm up in the air, but more than likely we'll head out.
Many gas stations like this one in Wrightsville Beach, North Carolina, are running low on fuel as people are lining up to fill up their tanks and gas cans. A Hurricane Hunter plane caught this video from inside the storm. You can see conditions in the eye are noticeably calmer, but forecasters say don't let that fool you.
Expect it to strengthen, perhaps to just shy of Cat 5 status, moving closer to the coastline of the Carolinas.
Crews with the Federal Emergency Management Agency are positioning themselves from South Carolina to Delaware. They expect a 15-foot storm surge, winds of up to 130 miles per hour, and up to 30 inches of rain to an area already saturated from Tropical Storm Gordon.
As this system comes inland, it's projected to stall out, which means copious amounts of rainfall through the Carolinas, into Virginia, as well as many of the mid-Atlantic states.
Time is running out to get ready. Landfall is expected early Friday morning. Mola Lenghi, CBS News, Wrightsville Beach, North Carolina.
Well, Christy, as you see there, it's not the normal milk and eggs and bread. They're packing up.
Yeah,
They're going.
You need to leave. And if you know of any family members or friends that are in those southern states, please tell them to evacuate.
Tell them to get out of there.
It's very important. And we actually had a viewer who's at Ocracoke Island in North Carolina, which is an island you can only get to from a ferry boat. And Cindy sent us this photo of the cars lined up ready to get on those ferries to get out of there because they have gotten that evacuation. It's important to do that as soon as you possibly can. Again, expected to make landfall around Friday. So this is where Hurricane Florence is currently. It is a Category 4 storm, and winds are sustained at about 130 miles an hour. So again, it's going to be headed towards the United States coastline, and we are going to be tracking this throughout the rest of the week, and it could strengthen as it heads inland. And then we are going to see that track there where it now looks like it's going to be North South Carolina and Virginia. That is the hardest hit from this system as it probably makes landfall around Friday. Now again, it's only Tuesday, so things could change with Hurricane Florence as we head throughout the week. We're going to keep monitoring this and how this could impact our weather next week. But at this time, looks like that heavy and steadiest rain going to stay to our south, which is welcome news if it stays that way. Again, things could change, but at this point we hope it does because really the remnants of Tropical Storm Gordon has brought a lot of rainfall and flooding to our region. Check this photo out from Kip in Phillipsburg. Really devastating stuff here in central Pennsylvania. And check out these rain totals since over the weekend. Grampian has picked up 8.46 inches, Ogletown 8.26, Williamsburg 7 inches, and Tyrone almost 7 inches of rainfall. Factor in that in the month of September, we typically only see 3.46 inches of rain for the entire month. We're well above that, and that's led to those rivers and streams flooding, and we continue to have those road closures at this time. Frankstown branch of the Juniata currently at 13 feet. Flood stage is 12 feet, but it is starting to recede. But we do have those flood warnings for those regions still being impacted until this evening, so keep up to date with that. And if we take a look at satellite and radar, most of this has tapered off, just a shower or two at this point, and we are going to continue to see a few showers today. So temperatures currently in the 60s, later we'll be reaching into the 70s. Tonight we're down into the 50s, and throughout the day tomorrow, again, we could see a shower or two throughout the day tomorrow and into Thursday as well, as a stationary front sits to our south. Not going to be seeing that steady and heavy rainfall like we have been the past few days here across the region. So today it stays dry. As we head into Wednesday, we'll start to see those rain chances going up slightly, and throughout the day on Wednesday, highs are going to be in the mid-70s, a shower or two scattered about, and then as we head into the weekend, could see a little bit more in the way of rainfall. And again, we'll keep you updated on Hurricane Florence. Highs the next 7 days in the mid to upper 70s. We'll be back right after this.
You know, one of the biggest sources of energy loss in your home is through the roof. So call your friends here at Solar Shield. Think about colder weather on the way and keeping it out of your attic. Give your home an energy upgrade with an expertly installed metal roofing system, insulated to minimize energy loss and durable enough to last a lifetime. Our installers are the backbone of our company and get the job done on time, on budget, and to your satisfaction.
Everything happened as they said it would. The work was done exactly the way that they indicated it would be, and the final product looked exactly how they promised it would.
Act now to beat the fall rush for installation. Get the last roof you'll ever need at huge savings during our fall kickoff sale. Receive half off labor on your new metal roof with 24 months no interest. Plus, call during this program for the bonus $100 Visa gift card with your purchase. This offer is only for a limited time, so call that toll-free number now.
Don't believe Tom Wolf's lies. Scott Wagner isn't going to tax seniors' retirement. It's Tom Wolf who proposed raising taxes by billions of dollars. Wolf wanted to tax medications for seniors and nursing home stays. He even tried to tax your wages. Wagner stopped him. Tom Wolf has an even bigger tax increase planned after November. Wolf is bad for seniors and taxpayers. We must stop him. Scott Wagner will fight for seniors. Scott Wagner for governor.
All across the country, people are coming together to speed up what we can learn about health. The All of Us Research Program is calling on 1 million people to join us as we try to change the future of health. For your family, for future generations, for all of us. Visit joinallofuspa.org and find out how you can become 1 in a million.
Ziegler Chevy is a proud sponsor of WTAJ News. WTAJ News continues.
Welcome back. The war in Afghanistan started a month after the September 11th attacks. Today, 17 years later, violence rages on in the country. CBS's Charlie DeGatta reports from the country's capital, city of Kabul.
The war in Afghanistan has cost America the lives of more than 2,200 U.S. troops and $1 trillion U.S. dollars. Yet the Taliban now holds more territory than at any time since the invasion. And as we've seen for ourselves, the capital, Kabul, has become a battleground like never before. This week, a suicide bomber on a motorcycle killed 7 people at a memorial gathering. A second bomber didn't get that far, shot dead by Colonel Besmillah Taban's police officers.
They shot him right on his...
shot him right hand.
Before he could detonate it.
Yeah.
So that was a good shot.
Yeah.
They literally shot that on.
Yeah. Because if we shot in here, it was explosion.
In his office, he tracks the attacks with a map, Post-it notes, and Christmas lights.
3 suicide attacks in one day here.
3 suicide attacks in one day?
One day. In 2009, yeah.
Wow.
His district comes under attack more than any other in the city. And a reminder of the danger he faces coming to work every day sits on his desk, the photo of his former commander.
Commander.
Commander?
He also killed here.
He was killed?
Yeah.
So your commander was killed?
In this suicide bomb.
And now it's your job?
Yeah, now it's...
We asked the colonel why police were unable to stop suicide bombers. He said they had neither the personnel, the training, nor the equipment needed, despite all that's been spent here. Charlie Daggett, CBS News, Kabul, Afghanistan.
Ford is a proud sponsor of WTAJ News.
There must be a reason why hundreds of families a year in Blair County list their home to sell with Coldwell Banker Town and Country Real Estate. These people must believe that we have the marketing plan and the sales associates to sell their home at the highest price, the best terms, in the least amount of time. Our team of full-time real estate agents are ready to help you sell your home. Coldwell Banker Town and Country Real Estate, where the American dream is alive and well.
Stressed out? That's how you'll feel when you're hurt in an accident. The insurance company may give you the runaround. That's where we can help. We take over the legal hassle so you have one less thing to stress about. For a free consultation, call 1-800-9-4-EDGAR.
Hey, Tracy Douglas back again for Solar Shield. And our family wants to thank you for 40 great years in business. That's why we're offering fantastic savings on metal roofing now during our fall kickoff sale. Winter's going to be here before you know it. You need a dependable metal roof that won't warp or crack under the snow. Metal roofing resists damage and enhances the appearance of your home with traditional styles. You can even get the look of shake, shingle, or tile. And some insurance companies will offer a discount on your premium for installing a metal roof. From Johnstown up to State College, Bellefonte, throughout Center County, time's running out to call and save during our fall kickoff sale. Call now for the last roof you'll ever need and get half off labor. It's so affordable with 24 months no interest, plus last chance to call during this program for the bonus $100 Visa gift card with your purchase. Don't miss out on these great savings. Call now.
Frustrated? When you're hurt in an accident, dealing with the insurance company can leave you at your wit's end. Let us take over the hassles and paperwork so you can focus on what's most important, getting better. For a free consultation, call 1-800-9-4-EDGAR.
WTAJ News presents Remembering 9/11. Join us Tuesday for special coverage throughout the day, including live coverage of the September 11th observance.
Chief Meteorologist Joe Murgo, your weather authority every night. WTAJ News continues.
About 30 seconds left, Lindsay. What's going to stand out about this day to you?
So many things. You know, looking out now, it's so peaceful, and I feel like there's just a sense of calm after paying respects in this way.
Yeah, still very eerie as well, as we remember the 17th anniversary of the Flight 93 terrorist attack. Of course, New York City and the Pentagon as well. We have much more coverage coming up tonight at 5 o'clock as well, live from right here at the Flight 93 National Memorial. For Lindsay Kennett, I'm Casey Cantz. Have a great afternoon, folks.